Okay, alright, Yoohoo dough. That means we're making pizza dough and all the water is just Yoohoo. You know, Yoohoo, that stuff that is chocolate water. Yeah, alright, so we're gonna go in 500 grams of flour. First try voiceover, by the way. So here's all the stuff that is Yoohoo, and now I'm gonna flip it around, and then here's all the other stuff that's also is Yoohoo. And now, and I'm figuring out how much yeast to add because of the sugar content. So I'm doing some weights to try and figure out how much is like 300 grams of Yoohoo in relation to the water and stuff. So we're gonna do the straw thing, and now I figure out how to get the Yoohoo out of there, kinda. And I think eventually I'm gonna take the straw out, if I remember correctly. Yep, there we go. Okay, now we're going, how much? 300 grams of Yoohoo. That's how you make Yoohoo dough, is 300 grams of Yoohoo, 500 grams of flour. So one carton wasn't enough, so we need like half of the next carton, and we're getting it all over the place, and then we got it all good. Okay, yeast. Now I'm trying to figure it out. I was doing some mental math here. I think I settled at 0.8 grams. Normally for this amount of flour it'd be 1.25 grams, but this one was 0.8. I came to that conclusion semi-arbitrarily, just based on what I know about sugar and yeast and stuff, with some light math and a lot of guesstimation. And now I'm gonna do some salt, and I think I went on the same amount of salt. Yep, like 13 grams. And so here we go. Now mix it together. Now at this point we're just making normal pizza dough, and so mix that in, and then put the yeast in, and now cover up the yeast with the dough like always. And then after that's done, we're gonna put the salt in a sec. Here we go. Here we come in with the salt after a little bit. We're gonna begin. Yep, here we go. All right, the salt. Here's the salt. Now we're gonna mix that in, and just until it's a little different, I guess. And now we're gonna move the light over with my foot, and now we're gonna scoop and scrape and get it off your hands and stuff. And then we're gonna tap it out onto the marble cutting board. And then we're gonna throw the bowl across the room, and now we're gonna make the dough using our hands with the smush and push method, with the push it in and smush it in and spin it, and then pick it all up. Pick up the scraps off the board, and then push and smush again. You know, push and smush, and then spin, and then pick up some more scraps, and then push, and then smush, and then spin, and then push, and then scraps, and then smush, and then push and smush, and then keep going until you feel that it's supposed to be good, and then put the bowl over it, and now pick it up, and then go after 15 minutes with the bowl over it, where you push and smush again. So we're going in with the push and smush again right now. We got the more push and smush to go. That was the second knead. Put the bowl back over it, pick it up 15 minutes to 3 hours later, doesn't really matter. Now we're going in with the slaps, 32 slaps. Here's how you do that. You gotta slap it, and then slap it, and then pick it up, and then slap it, and then move it over, and then pick it up, and then 32 times. 32 times. Exactly. There was a slap. Here it is again. Another slap coming up right there. That's how many times you have to do it. Exactly that many times. Now ball that up for a little bit. Another 15 minutes to 3 hours, and then come back. And now I went with the flour for this, so as not to impart any strange olive oil flavors into the Yoohoo dough, and then flour this one up, and then come in with the scraper, and then evenly cut it in half, exactly in half right now, exactly in half. There we go. Right there. Now turn those both into dough balls, and to do that, you move your hands in a way that turns them into dough balls, like this. Just like this. Just watch and do. watch what I do and do that if you're doing this for some reason. If you wanted to do this with me, I guess. And then we're okay. Do the same with the other one. All right, I'm kind of out of breath. Hang on. All right, and now put them in the containers. Put them in the containers. Put them in the containers. Put them in the fridge. 2 days. And now I'm about to show you what happens. Now I'm about to show you what happens. Here's what it looks like. Here we go. All right, Yoohoo's up. Never been done. There's a spill here. Oh well, it's a little messy. Never seen before. Yoohoo dough. Yoohoo dough. %60 hydration, all Yoohoo, no water. No water, Yoohoo, Yoohoo dough. Yoohoo dough. Yoohoo dough? Gnome? I don't know him. This is called the safety method. Takes a little bit more time, but I don't know how this is gonna go, so Yoohoo dough feels a bit different. I don't want to risk it, you know? Getting a little flubby there. Flap, flap, flap. Very firm dough. It's taking a bit. You might be asking, when is it done? When it feels like it's done. It doesn't feel like it's done yet. That's why I'm still going. Okay, it's done. It's done. Now I think we just par bake it first. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Alright, before it breaks. Hang on, just some testing. We're topping it now. With what? What's going on it? First is this. This stuff. This. Because it was at Target and I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna use that. And the coconut, for toasted coconut. And then we come back, we put the bananas on and then the caramel drizzle on top. like cheese, man. Like cheese right there. Let's see what happens in the oven with this now. Should be able to move. Oh. Actually, probably could go a little longer, but let's see. But it's hard to judge. Pop the banana. All right, banana chop. Whoa! Caramel drizzle. Ooh. Ready? Toasted coconut, Biscoff butter, banana, caramel, Yoohoo, crust. Let's go. Should have stayed in the oven. Should have cooked it more beforehand. Alright, who looks nice? This guy. This guy. Alright, what's going on? Yoohoo. I mean, it's good.
Edible?
Yeah. Should have cooked it for longer before, but it was puffing up, so I did the best I could. I had to pull it out, you know? But yeah, I mean, you can eat this.
Nice. I think I'll eat it.
Alright, cool. Goodbye. Yo, Yoohoo's up.
Nice.
Yeah, you can eat it. It's not, I mean, it's an amalgamation, but it's certainly stuff there.
It's not an abomination. A little chocolate syrup would have helped the dough.
Yoohoo